Because when God calls you to be a leader, he didn't call you to be a lead, L-I-D. He called you to be able to raise people that will grow and do greater things than you.
Welcome back to Top 10 Rules for Success, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are featuring a phenomenal personality right here in Nigeria by name Fela Durotoye, or FD for short. Now, who is Fela Durotoye? Fela Durotoye is a transformational leader, motivational speaker, a politician, a leader by excellence, and the president of GEMSTONE Nation Builders Foundation, a non-governmental organization focused on training youths on transformational leadership and social change. Here's what I'll do for you before I bring forth his top 10 rules for success. It is important that if you are here right about now, you watch this video to the very end, because every single rule has been intentionally positioned to give you value, and if you dare yourself to apply them, I assure you, growth all the way. Before we dive further, talking about the GEMSTONE Nation Builders Foundation, it's actually an acronym, and what it stands for is a generation that is empowered, motivated, and stirred to operate with natural excellence. GEMSTONE. So ladies and gentlemen, don't skip, don't fast forward. Top 10 rules for success featuring Fela Durotoye. Here's the thing, you want to listen to rule number 9. Amazing. I don't fast forward there. I'm saying take it step by step, but once you get to rule number 9, focus, pay attention. I'll see you at the end of this video.
I had the privilege of working in a place called Phillips Consulting between the years of 1998 and the year 2000. And when I was going to join Phillips Consulting in the year 1998 in April, I remember that they told me that I needed to start my career as an associate consultant, even though I had just finished my MBA. And they said to me, well, because you have not practiced with your MBA, our structure does not allow you to come in at higher than associate consultant. And I said to the lady who was interviewing me at that time, Mrs. Titi Akisoya, I said to her, but I don't know what your structure says, but when I look at how much they were offering me, which was 13,000 naira per month, I said to her respectfully, I said, ma'am, I am worth more than that. And she said something to me that changed my life. She said to me, prove it. Tell somebody, prove it. Those were the words that formed the basis for everything that I'm still doing today. She said, after prove it, she said, prove your worth. The moment she said that, she gave a promise and said, whatever you are worth, I will match it as you prove it. Now that opened the windows of heaven for me. Ladies and gentlemen, in 14 months, I was promoted 4 times. My salary went from 13,000 naira to 130,000 naira in 16 months. It is said, I don't know whether anybody has beaten that record till date, but it is said that in Phillips Consulting, no one had ever risen that fast. And the point being that the career pace was a structure, was a chariot set by man. But when the hand of God comes upon you, right, you can get to a point where, for instance, even though I was not a managing consultant yet, there was a meeting that used to be called Managing Consultants Meeting every Monday, because managing consultants were group heads. But they had to change the name of the meeting to Group Heads Meeting to be able to accommodate me, because I was managing a group that was one of the most profitable groups in Phillips Consulting called the Customer Service Group. And since I was not a managing consultant yet, they couldn't call it a managing consultants meeting because I shouldn't have fitted. So they changed the name of the structure to include me. I don't know whether you understand what I'm trying to say. Oh no, somebody is still not getting my point here. Listen to me. Many times we Christians are of the belief that it is unfair for us to be favored. Even when we are favored, we begin to grumble. We don't, and Christians are the first to be able to say it is not fair. Then, well, God said, do not fear me. Forget whether it's F-A-I-R or F-E-A-R. Fear is not in the game. What is the point of being a Christian if you have no advantage? One time in this nation, we had people who knew what was right from what was wrong. And we had a value system and a consciousness of values that said to us that what is right is right. Magba yawo orere ojulomu tini obanije láwùjọ rẹ̀. Ohun tí ò dáa, what is not good is not good. That was the value system. Now, we want to OPP. So you see, to get a babe that is not your friend's, you want to date somebody, they call it other people's property. I saw on the newspapers, Leadership Trust, I think is the name of the newspaper. They were saying certain notifications. And there was, I think it was around page 38 or something, they had a column for people who are supposedly advertising themselves for relationships. And one of them said, I want a sugar mommy, married, that can take care of me. He didn't just say sugar mommy. He said, I want a sugar mommy, comma, married. And somebody was an editor of that magazine and thought it was all right for you to advertise that a young 22-year-old single boy is looking for someone to take care of him. Not bad enough. But that he's looking for an older sugar mama. That is not bad enough. But he's looking for a sugar mama that is married to somebody else. So we've gone from where we knew what was wrong, to where we started to alter what was wrong to seem right. And the word alter right was merged together and it formed word all right. So it was wrong, but now it's all right.
I've been working not only with young people, but also with older people, but mostly with young people to discover what they have as a potential, because they are all, young people are, estimates say up to between 50, 51, and some even people say 55 to 60% of the population of Nigeria. And so the strength of every nation, it's its young people. And they are the ones who have to believe in the future, have to invest in now and be able to deliver the future. And I always say that the young people, for them, the future is not just a time zone that is yet to come. It's everything that we can do but have not yet done. It's all the things we can be but have not yet become. It's everything we can have but haven't possessed. My job has been to get young people to do 4 things, A, B, C, D. Accept responsibility for the future that they desire. B, believe in themselves and their capacity to create that future. C, commit today everything that they have, their time, their energy, their resources, in a dedicated way to deliver that future. And so this has basically been my leadership mantra for young people. And we've seen young people start businesses, young people lead sectors, create, disrupt the economy. Young people have done so many amazing things, and I'm just so proud of the Nigerian young people. They're resilient people, they're amazing.
So each and every one of us has a race, but guess what? Your race and my race are different. Your track is not my track, which is why it doesn't make sense for you and I to be competing. For what? For me, I may get my gold after 50 meters. And I don't know whether anybody has ever noticed that in athletics, especially at the Olympics or any of these other things, there are many gold medals. One medal is given for 100 meters, another medal for 200 meters, another one for 400, and occasionally even one for 800. But has anybody noticed that the 800 meter gold is not 8 times bigger than the 100 one? $200 meters gold is not twice as big. It means all that matters is know your race, run your race. Don't
try to find out what is funky. Don't try to find out what other people are making it by. You are called to your own race. And you got to run that race, because it is when you finish your own race that your own medal awaits. But the only thing is that you have a timer. If you don't finish your race in your time, Bashikinaba.
Tell somebody next to you, we are all depending on you. So when we talk about acceleration, I need you to please understand that this has nothing to do with just being able to buy a house quickly. This has nothing to do with being able to just buy a car quickly. I graduated, and by God's grace, I was able to find a job very quickly, and immediately after, in fact, they gave me a car loan, and then and now I have a Mercedes-Benz M-Class. Praise the Lord. That's not a testimony. Your testimony shouldn't just be causing people to praise God. It should be causing people to fear God. People should see the hand of God move mountains. When the righteous prosper, the city rejoices, because they saw what the righteous did. It's not how quickly you can get a job that is your testimony. It's how quickly you can build a business that can provide jobs. I don't know whether you understand what I'm trying to say. It's not whether you can build a company that is the big idea. Can you build an industry? Because we need to have a nation where your prosperity is secure, and the only way your prosperity can be secure is in the prosperity of others. Does anybody feel me? Tell somebody next to you, accelerate. No, say it this way: for God's sake, accelerate. Now, for God's sake is not supposed to be some kind of expression. I'm telling you, you have to accelerate for the sake of God. Why? Because in Genesis chapter 1 and verse 28, God blessed man, and to give evidence to the blessing, God insisted that man must accelerate. So he said, be fruitful. Somebody say, be fruitful. But God said, nah, don't stop there. Now multiply. Somebody say with me, multiply. God said, but don't stop there. He said, now fill the earth. Meaning, don't just stop there. Nationalize, internationalize, regionalize, and for God's sake, globalize. And then he said, don't stop there. Make sure everywhere you are replenishing that land and creating succession. You cannot have the same mindset that produced a problem and use that same mindset to solve it. And one of the things I always say is that anyone who does not think it's strange for light or power to go out, in other words, you find somebody who's having a conversation and light goes off and they do not even stop. They are not shocked that light went out. They are just continuing their gist. They can never solve the power problem. Because whatever you permit persists. And your mind will not reject a problem as long as your mentality is still at the same level of what created that problem. Does somebody understand where I'm coming from? So part of the point, or part of what I'm hoping that will come out of this, and I know this is what is really deep in the heart of the visionary, is that we must upgrade our mindset to the level where some things that we have considered okay, some things that we have considered acceptable, all of a sudden become repulsive to us. And you say, no, how can? How can? If it is not done that way all over the world, why is it Nigeria that must be different? Does somebody understand what I'm saying? Tell somebody, I'm here to upgrade my mind. I hope you understand what I'm saying. And I love the fact that the Inspire girls are here. Because the mindset required for the next generation to start must be the level that we will hand over the baton to them. And we cannot hand over the baton to them at the same level of mindset that we received the baton from our parents. Does somebody understand where I'm coming from?
I would say very quickly, it is true, nothing changes until you change it. Okay, that's what I would say. Nations are like houses. They are built. And also they are inherited. So sometimes you can inherit a house that has been run down, depending on how your parents and all the people that had lived in that house before, how they used up the house and how they handed it over to you. However, whilst you may not be responsible for the quality of the house that you inherited from your parents, you will be held accountable and responsible for the quality of house you give to your children. So when you inherit a house, even if it's in a bad state, it's your responsibility to fix it. And we must understand that looking at Nigeria in its decadent state is of no benefit to anybody, but building a nation is the greatest economic opportunity that anyone can have. I was trying to figure out an analogy that I think works well, because analogies are very good. People think in stories. And I think it's the same way we need to approach the year and our goals, the same way we approach food.
Food?
Yes.
Okay.
In a sense, you get a plate, you load the plate with different things that you want to be able to create the kind of balanced meal that you want. But then in the end, it always goes in piecemeal. So you take just a little bit, you chew that, and then you swallow it. Because if you take something that's too big, you're going to choke.
You're going to choke.
Okay? Yeah. But the other part of it is that you must stay hungry enough to keep eating, otherwise you're going to lose your appetite. And when you do that, that's a time when sometimes you get too tripped up on one success and then you forget all the other things you wanted to do.
Yes.
Okay? So for me, I think that if our viewers can have that feeding process, that plate-like experience in mind, and know that, I need to have you. Mo, you were talking about having such an incredible, diverse number of goals. Yes, you do need that. Just the same way you need proteins, carbohydrates, fats, oils, salts, and all of that in your body. The same way you need to have goals for your kids, for yourself, for your relationship with God, for your business, for your professional life, for everything. You do need it, because you can't have, if you have one part of your life that is doing extremely well, and then in fact, if you had every part of your life in balance, and then one part begins to do so well at the expense of all the others, then you've gone out of balance.
Totally.
So it's amazing. So you do need to be able to have that balance, but more importantly, you need to stay hungry. That's what happens. At the middle of the year, sometimes you get distracted with many things, and then sometimes also you've been hit by a few disappointments. And we've got to be real about that, because we're actually operating in a very tough operating environment. And I think what it does is just makes victory or success sweeter.
Sweeter.
And there are 3 seasons that you must know very well. There is a season called the past, there is a season called the present, and there is a season called the future. They are marked by nicknames like then, now, and soon. Okay? Then speaking to the past, now speaking to the present, and soon speaking to the future. The human being has 3 particular facilities or faculties with which you're supposed to be able to relate with each one of these seasons. Then is supposed to be connected to by your faculty called memory. Now is supposed to be connected to by your faculty called decision. And soon is supposed to be connected to by your faculty called imagination. Now, what happens is, to the people who are locked in then, they become blind to soon and now. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. So, for instance, when I'm looking at you, can I see the screen behind me? Talk to me now. So, but if I turn around and I look at the screen, can I see you? Is it because you are not there? Well, let me help you understand it this way. Focus creates blindness.
And there are many people who are constantly focused on the past, where I was born, which school I went to, whether I made pass, third class, my parents were not poor, oh, I didn't learn English, I didn't wear shoe, different of God. No, leave stories. Oh, I don't like, what is it now, you people? And when the thing about it is that when you are so past focused, you become blind to the future. And I don't know whether you see what I see, but do you realize that the God that we serve is a God of perfection? His works are perfect. There is nothing to add. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying. And one of the ways you see the perfection of God is just looking at yourself in the mirror. Somebody say, I am fearfully and wonderfully. Yeah, it's the last one I don't know. But think about it. Isn't it amazing just how aligned every part of your body is? No, not that one eye is here, the other one is here. Perfectly weighed. Somebody clap for the God that made you. No. Salute him well. He did a good job. I know there are some people who look at themselves think, Nami Wawa like this. No. Anybody when no say you know Wawa, I say salute the creator, the maker. The one who made everything in you that is functioning. But have you noticed that in the perfection of his design, he put one ear to the left and one ear to the right? You know why? Because he wanted you to hear both sides of the story before you take a decision. But, somebody say but. Pastor Taiwo, there's something I'm still not able to fully understand except this lesson that I'm about to teach. This God of perfection, he gives me one mouth, he gives me one nose. Then I think he misplaces something. I'm not sure. Because in my own design, if God had given me one mouth, one nose, one eye, and put the other eye at the back, or more perfection. That's in my own flawless, my flawed design. Because what would have happened is I would have had alignment. One eye, one nose, one mouth. Just letter I like that. You know what I mean? And then nobody could have stabbed me from the back. As you are coming here, I say, all those things called backbiters, as they want to back yourself. Because I can see anybody. But no. Sorry, that is human design. The God who made us in perfection said, no, I don't need you to focus on what's behind you. I need you to take that eye and place it in front. And I don't care whether you have two eyes and one nose, but guess what? When you look, you will see one thing. And then he does something that is most amazing. I don't know if anybody has noticed. Can you please look at your feet? Where are they pointing? I didn't hear you. Where are your eyes positioned? Oh, I can't hear you. So now that tells you something. God places your eyes and your feet in the same direction. Meaning wherever you focus on, you can walk into. Somebody is still feeling me here. So if you focus on behind and you try to move forward, you will stumble and fall. But if you can only do what I want you to do, hit, I said hit, now me talk. This is, nobody is sitting with us, Pastor Taiwo, I know it's okay. Hit the person beside you. Tell them, my first face front. My first face front. Face front. Why are you still talking about last year? What is it? Somebody did something to you last year. You are carrying it as a present wound. You are still bleeding from last year, 3 years ago. Oh, when I was young. Oh, he broke my heart. Please, can you look at the person? I'm not listening. I need attitude in this place. Look at them and say, my friend, will you face forward? need that is behind you. Oh, you didn't hear what I said, so I'm going to say it again. There is nothing you need for your future that is behind you. Whatever you don't have, you don't need to get what God wants to give to you. Somebody say forward. The future is where the game is. That's where the prize is. That's why Paul said, forgetting the things that are behind me, I press forward for the price of a high calling. Your calling is not behind you. Your calling is ahead of you. A vision is what it is that compels you to go in a particular direction. When your destination is not clear, you don't need direction, you need revelation. Because every time you get to a junction and you ask people, should I turn left or turn right? The first question they will ask you is, where are you going? Where are you going? If you don't know where you are going, you are taking a stroll in life. You are not taking a journey. As a nation, where are we going? As a person, where are you going? You are working in an organization. Where is that organization going? You're studying a course to do what? Somebody once came to ask me a question. Oh, FD, please. I'm trying to figure out which master's degree program I should go for. Should I do an MSc or do an MBA? I said, what do you want to be? He said, I really haven't thought about it yet. But my parents want me to do a master's. I said, that's a peradventure, misadventure. Isn't that how many people got into uni? Does anybody get? Because we were just told, you know what? Just go. Just leave the house. Just leave the house. So that they say, which course does he want to study? Say, any course. Abi? Any course in what kind of university? Any university. Okay, so when you study any course in any university, what kind of grades do you get? Then you get what kind of class? So now you have graduated with any class from any course in any university. What kind of job do you get? In what kind of industry? So you become what kind of person? You can't afford to be an anybody. You were created to be a somebody. Do you understand what I'm saying? But your vision is what defines who you are. You can't wake up in the morning and leave your house to just go to a job. You must see, where am I going? Life is time and time is life. The word lifetime is the most descriptive word of itself. Which means if you waste your time, you are committing suicide. If you waste another person's time, you are committing murder.
Mind blowing, ladies and gentlemen. Mind blowing. Here's what I want you to note. Fela Durotoye is committed towards transforming Nigeria to a most desirable nation to live in by the 31st of December 2025. Take note of that date. Here's the thing. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Now, why I love Fela Durotoye so much is he's a man that says things and he does them. Okay? It's rare to find people in that category that, they say things and they do it. This is somebody, if he says it, he's committed to doing it. So, with what I've shared with you, here's what you do for me before we come to a conclusion. Go to the comment section. Let me know your most captivating lesson that caught you and you intend to apply. Okay, you should not just listen to this and go back to sleep. No, you listen to this and then you apply it to your business, to your workplace, to your family, to whatever you're doing. All these are applicable, and that is why we're doing this. Don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. If there's something you'd like me to review on, I'm just a comment away. You do that and then I'll work on it. Thank you for being here. I'm Emmanuel Zeve. See you at another episode of Top 10 Rules for Success. Bye for now.
Mine is the generation that is empowered, motivated, and stirred to operate with natural excellence. And this is my personal creed. Are you ready? Are you sure you're ready? Then somebody say with me, this day, the 8th of October 2015, I, Fela Durotoye, hereby commit to live a lifestyle of leadership and excellence, and to do all within my power to transform my country, Nigeria, into a most desirable nation to live in by December 31, 2025. To this end, I will, open the card now, I will make a positive impact on everyone I meet and everywhere I go. I will be a solution provider and not a part of the problem to be solved. I will be a role model worthy of emulation. I will be my best in all that I do, particularly the things I'm naturally good at. I will do the right thing at all times, regardless of who is doing the wrong thing. I will value time and make the best use of it. I will care and show respect to all through my words and my actions.